happened in the last episode. I'm gonna try not to talk with my hands as much because I went and rewatched the VOD and that was like constantly moving my hands. So
I like
we're gonna,
do that.
we're gonna wrap them around my leg for right now. We got to the shipyard and you guys were kind of like escorted around and you caught bits and pieces of the experiments are being performed inside the different warehouses, and you were attempted to be introduced to Anna Farron, the like project leader or like head, like tinkerer for the Crimson Tide, and were sent away because she was in a bad mood. You guys got into a brief altercation amongst yourself inside one of the rooms with Roke accusing Rock of withholding information. Tensions got high.
True.
Eventually things were calmed down by Smug, and you guys set out to investigate the warehouse where you knew Anna to be. Through a clever combination of polymorph and the two party members being able to turn invisible and fly with their shoes, escaped.
I remember that now.
After crafting what you thought to be immaculate dummies to be placed in your bed to fool any guards that may check on you throughout the night. Some of you did better than others, but you all believe you did great. Through your investigation of the warehouse, I believe it was Smug, discovered, or no, it was Roke, discovered that the explosions that you guys saw in the vision of the prince caused by these canisters. You saw a yellowish crystal being inlaid in a canister and two fluids being separated apart from it with some kind of contraption that would be released to let it mix. You got a good look at it in your owl form, but are unable to piece together like the mechanisms of how it works due to the owl's limited intelligence. So when you're back in your normal wizard body, you might have a little more success at trying to figure out what was going on. While Roke was doing that, the rest of the party witnessed Anna Farron emerging from her office and escorting two prisoners, which were later revealed to be Githyanki to you guys. And you overheard a pretty important conversation, kind of giving you guys more details about what it is that's making the Crimson Tide so powerful. You learn that Dosic was being interrogated by Anna to find the location of a shed or work site that they had mentioned that housed materials and tools to help manipulate the metal Ethereum. After some interrogation and threats to his younger brother Sanik's life, he acquiesced and revealed on a map the location of where this place could be found, with the promise that as soon as the captain spoke and asked some questions, that Anna would send them both back home. And we left off with the prisoners being escorted back into the cell, and with a pretty ballsy move from Rock, still invisible for who knows how much longer, stepped into the office building, to the office of Anna. And that's where we pick up.
Wait, I thought we killed everybody.
No. I just rewatched it.
Okay.
In
no
your
fight
mind,
was had.
you already killed him.
Okay.
So, just to kind of remind, I put John's token in, so he's in there now. Noah, your token is still this purple guy. That's you.
Yes,
Okay.
because I didn't send you one.
Nice. I was gonna try and make you one, but I couldn't remember if you were a human or an elf, and I
Human.
did get it wrong. Yeah, I thought it was human. Damn.
Should have just chosen like a busty female. Just random.
Robust barmaid. But yeah, so we pick up with, I believe you're a rat,
I am.
and you were trying to scurry up and get in the room through a window, but was unsuccessful.
I think I was just
So-
like at the windowsill or something.
Yeah, you were at the window. So we come back to with Rock inside the office building. You see Anna's like sitting over the map that was like pointed out to a location by that other figure, and she's like comparing notes and like looking at the map and plotting out courses. And she's kind of like talking to herself, or she's either talking to herself or talking to the like 8 foot, 9 foot tall metal construct that's beside her.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. What would you guys like to do? I will say, since we've had invisibility cast onto the party, this sneaking out, trying to locate each other, doing your reconnaissance around the building, and kind of looking around here and listening to the conversation, invisibility lasts an hour. I'd say we're probably around the like 25-minute mark for it. So you got some time, but just be aware.
Okay. I kind of want to. I see like Rock just bust into the room from my window ledge.
Well, he's invisible. So
Oh, something bust open into the room.
well, he snuck in the room before the door was closed by the golem.
We don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, unless we we let go of the rope, right? We were holding on to it.
I don't think so. I never did.
I did, and this
The
is on
door
me
doesn't shut all the way.
about the rope. About this rope. I didn't bring it up last time
Okay.
because I forgot. The rope technically wouldn't be invisible
Okay.
because
Fair.
you guys are invisible and the stuff you're carrying is, but the rope wouldn't be. So if we want the rope to be a thing, it can be. I just want you to know that that was my fault.
No, you're good. We
The
can
rope
break down the
wouldn't
window.
be invisible. So if you guys wanted to hold hands to get there, that could have happened.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to let go of the rope as you got into the warehouse, that would be fine.
okay.
I'm pretty sure we probably let go of the rope.
Yeah.
I thought you'd think that, and so I'm glad that's where we're at.
Okay.
And I pulled out a fishing wire.
Something that I would like to do is fly over to investigate the prisoner's cell a little bit.
Sure.
And see, and just observe, investigate.
So, just to kind of remind you guys about like how big this place is, everything you see on the map is mostly accurate to what's represented. I will remind you guys that inside the office, the layout's a little different. So the middle beam, like this middle desk, this long thing, is not actually there. The room opens up to, there's the desk that's in the corner on the left next to where Anna and the contract are. And there's also a small table in the corner here that runs like to the square that has like papers and stuff out on it, and little bits of like pieces of like projects that she's been working on that's like scattered about the table.
Can I draw it?
It's also, huh?
Can I
Oh,
draw
if you
it?
want to draw it, yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Hey.
And then the the warehouse itself is this one's much taller than the other ones that you were in, so the rafters are pretty high up. So you won't have a problem kind of like flittering from beam to beam to get over there. But if you want to get lower down, once you're over here, I'll have you make a little stealth check as the owl.
Is this guard, is he actively guarding them, or is he like kind of relaxed?
No, he's like in the process of like moving stuff from these crates, because this middle area here is where the bulk of the experiments and stuff are happening. Those racks are where those giant sheets of metal are like being hung, and like different spells and compounds and stuff are being like put on them to kind of try and manipulate them.
Okay. Yeah, then I would like to make a stealth check and try to get in within hearing distance of them. I don't know if I'll be able to understand them, but
Yeah.
I'd like to hear them.
Sure. So you get over there. If you wanna, I'd say you could probably. There's a series of like rafters like up here that you could probably get to. That's out of vision of him. This guard. Just give me a stealth check, just to make sure you can get there without any issues.
How's that?
Plus 3 stealth. 13.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. He's pretty preoccupied with his work. He doesn't seem to pay much mind. He's not really looking up.
Okay, and then I'll just listen, and then you can come back or whatever after if anybody else wants to do stuff.
Okay. Anyone else like to do anything?
Hey, in the room I'm in, is there actually a ceiling, or is it like?
There's a ceiling. Yeah. This room's probably. I don't know what normal buildings are. It's 7. You got like a few feet above you from when you're like standing.
I go over to the table.
The one that John drew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Are you still flying or are you walking?
Oh, I'm like
Floating?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Make your way over.
making my way downtown.
Anything from Dalian or Smug?
I think I may have asked this last time, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Was it possible, or is it possible to do like an insight check to see if we think that she was actually gonna let the prisoners go?
Oh, so you guys did do that, and you rolled a 20, and you thought she was telling the truth. She is going to send them home. Or that you believe the statement she made to be truthful. She wasn't trying to deceive them.
But in what manner?
Yeah, I was like specifically like, yeah.
Wait, what was his roll?
You got a 20, and you did one as well, and I think you got a 3 when I watched the pod.
So do I believe him or do I not believe him?
You think she's, as far as like crazy pirate people go, she's pretty fair. Telling the truth, she's gonna let them go.
Okay.
I will say on a 20, you think that there might be a little more to her promise.
Okay.
Well, I think my job here is done. They're gonna let them go anyway, so.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you want to move anywhere, Smug? Because you're not on that little walkway. You're kind of up a little bit. That's just your orientation on the map.
Just for kicks and giggles, let's kind of float over to the prisoners, and let's just kind of listen in, see if they say anything else.
So you're gonna move over here with rope.
Yep.
Okay. before we get back to Kev, the prisoners are. You see now, this token is who you assume to be Dosick. He looks a little older, a little more like just more well bit, trained, and the younger looking figure is kind of like has his knees like hunched up to his chest, and it's just like rocking back and forth, kind of like scared and like looking around. And the older figure is kind of like trying to console him. They're speaking in a language that you guys don't understand. But it seems to be like he's giving like words of comfort to his younger brother.
Okay.
But
Were
I'm
you-
like totally oblivious to what the whole thing happened. I just saw him locked up here.
Yeah. You just saw them get dragged into the room and then brought back. The older one does look to have some like fresh like bruises and like bleeding, like a green blood like down like his lips. Got a cut from where he's been hit.
I'm not above them, am I?
You're above, but like beyond them. If that makes sense. If you wanted to be above them, you could be.
Yeah. Could I get their attention? And then how I would do it is, can owls like poop on command, or don't they like have this like they cough up a hairball or something like that?
They regurgitate stuff. They have like little owl pellets. I mean, yeah. Roll
Can I try to, like-
above a 5 on a d20, and it'll happen.
Okay.
In a
4.
I've seen things with like bird saliva. If you wanted to work up some bird spit, and
It's like I'm just gonna be working on it for a little bit.
yeah, that's fine. We'll come back to you. We'll see. You're working on it. You feel it. You feel it right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's literally a 4. So dumb. Okay.
I don't. I think Smug is at a loss for what to do.
Okay.
So he's gonna. Did we establish that? Did anyone? Was there anything to the south? Like,
What do you mean by the south?
if you're looking at the map,
Oh, here? No, that's like this is just like an open space.
okay.
There's nothing like out. It's just like room for them to transport things around.
Okay. I think. I mean.
I have a question. Is polymorph concentration?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Bummer. And
While you're
yet
thinking,
you-
we'll go to Rock real quick. Rock, inside the room, you get close to the table and you can see like just like a scattering of papers with like sketches and like diagrams. You like at a quick glance, you see notes. On like a brief glance, you notice that some of them depict or refer to kind of like scrawled manic notes about manipulating the Ethereum and like being unsuccessful. There's one that says that they tried superheating the metal to get it to form, and it wouldn't. Even when it was like glowing red, it was cool to the touch, and they weren't able to manipulate it at all. And you see, one of the canisters that Roke was looking at. You see like a really like crude early version of it where it is just the kind of like bare bones of like the 2 doors that are holding back the liquid and the place where a crystal would set. You do see 2 vials, like 2 like big decanters of the fluid sitting on the desk, but you don't see any of there's no crystals or anything around.
Wow.
So
I have a question?
Sure.
Just so I get back into the character.
Mm-hmm.
So, our whole thing right now was basically to locate the Crimson Tides people, right?
You were tasked with either finding out where they were like kind of like operating,
Mm-hmm.
or figure out what this weapon was. But Aldous specifically told you not to like engage them on a large scale because of how dangerous they've become.
Okay.
Because you guys remember, you're here for a test, right? The thing, it's meant to be dangerous, but it's not meant to be lethal to you.
Okay.
So that's your mission as it stands.
Okay.
And
Okay.
one thing just to kind of remind you guys is when Smug had that brief conversation with the fish out in the dock.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I just want to remind you that they communicated to him that there seemed to be something coming from either you weren't sure which one, either the ship that's docked outside of this main warehouse, the larger like
The
frigate,
third one, right?
the third one, yeah, or coming from the warehouse. You weren't sure what it was, where it was coming from, but they just said that they didn't like to go over there.
Right. It was fishy.
This,
It seemed fishy.
was this was that warehouse though? So yeah,
This is the warehouse, yeah.
Can I? What is she doing?
She seems to be like really engrossed in writing at the table she's at.
Can I?
It's like, what languages do you know? You don't know.
Can I like go float above her?
There's not much space
Oh, there's not.
above her. You
How close can I get to see the paper without?
If you get any closer to them than what you are right now, I'll have you make a stealth check. Even though you're invisible and you're floating, you're still like displacing air. There's a lot of loose paper and stuff around. There's things that could alert someone that something's going on.
Is there a window open?
No, the only window that there's a window here that they're all like boarded shut. It doesn't look like they open.
I really wish we had someone who could have taken that mind melding spell. Be
To
very,
speak with each other,
yeah,
telepathic bond.
would have been very helpful.
Wait, do I have that?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Question. Oh, that's fine.
Can I situate myself in a position that I can like be hidden in the rafters and unpolymorph myself?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say the place where you are right now is still kind of high up in the rafters. So you could do that.
Okay. I will unpolymorph myself
Okay.
and I'll try to whisper to the guys.
Okay.
Wait, to who?
To the prisoners.
Oh, okay, okay.
I will say where you're at in the rafters is pretty far away from them.
Oh,
So if you go to whisper, you may inadvertently catch the attention of the person down there.
okay. Can I do like a skill check to try to like time it, or
I
is
would.
it just a risk
I will
no
say
matter what?
it looks like your bird form may be able to fit through into the cage
Just-
itself.
Does it look like I would be able to hide in human form there? though? If I unpolymorph myself.
I'd have you make a stealth check.
Is there a bed? Is
It
there like a
does look
bed?
like it does look like it's darker, and there are some like bed rolls and stuff down.
Bed
on the
rolls.
ground. So it's possible. You can certainly try.
Or you can be locked in a jail.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, something
That's not a
see
good
what
option.
Ice takes us. I will
I
say
just
most wizards they have the message cantrip. If you have that at your disposal,
let me check.
that would be
How does
Don't worry, I can go over there and suggest something to them.
Let me check my wizard.
what were you gonna say, Kev?
so I have a sparrow just in there.
Oh,
How does that work with me being invisible? Can I communicate with the sparrow?
because it's find familiar, right? It's a spell. You can basically like ward into it. Like
So
Game
I
of
could-
Thrones, you can like go into it and like see what it's seeing. You can give it a command to like go over here, and then you can peer through its eyes, or give it a command to like go somewhere and watch it, and you basically take over its senses.
Oh.
But it's not
Okay.
invisible, right?
This is not this whole.
So I have do not have message, but I have sending at 3rd level.
Okay.
So I'll cast sending to the older person,
Okay.
and I'll say, well, first, is there any discernible landmarks outside the building that would be good for like a hey meet up here point as we flew in?
In like the area where the shipyard like
Yeah.
entirety is, or in like the jungle around it.
In the just in the area like that we flew in, like outside the building.
probably if you're looking for something out of the way, there is like
It's like a tree. It's like a big tree or something like that. Or bushes.
yeah, you're kind of in like a valley right now, where it kind of like goes in to meet like the coastline.
Uh-huh.
So there's two spots you can think of. One on the further end of the shipyard where you guys came from and dropped off the wagons, and then there's one beyond this warehouse, a couple 100 feet from the clearing to where the jungle begins again.
Yeah. So that's basically, yeah. Beyond the warehouse where the jungle begins.
It'd be northeast from where the warehouse you're in currently is.
Okay. So, I cast sending.
Uh-huh.
Their level spell. Let me make sure I get rid of that. To the older looking person.
Uh-huh.
And I say,
Yeah.
if you would like to leave, tell me, and I'll polymorph you into a weasel. You'll have 10 minutes to get to the northeast tree line before I unpolymorph you to polymorph somebody else.
Okay.
Sound like a good idea?
Okay. So you're speaking this into his mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a wisdom save to see if he freaks out. It's not a very high DC because it looks like he's traveled, but in the state he's in, we just make sure that he doesn't like alert anyone that anything's going on. Natural 20. Unfazed.
Unfazed.
You see him. Since you're like looking at them and like paying attention, you do see him kind of go like rigid, and his eyes are like darting around, but like he's keeping it like pretty close to the chest. Like he's not overtly like standing up and looking around. They can reply back to you, right?
Yeah. You can reply to this message.
I don't know who you are. If you could save my brother first, I will be in your debt. What is it?
Okay. I just I watch them to see if he talks to his brother and explains to him what to do.
You do see him kind of like he kind of pulls his brother away back over here to where the bedrolls and stuff are.
Yeah.
And they're sitting down, and you hear him like whispering to him, and or it's not even really whispering because no one else speaks the language that these people do out in the open. So he's kind of like talking to him quietly. And you kind of see the younger figure, he's kind of like sniveling and like crying, kind of like starts to slowly subside. He kind of like readies himself and is like nodding at his brother. And they're kind of just like looking around.
This is about to go
so
down.
I see. The question is whether it would be better to be an owl or
You already told the weasel, so
yeah, yeah. But I'm thinking owl is just way better because there's rafters and not the ground. So poof, I turn him into an owl as long as he's within 60 feet of me, and I can see him.
Through the bars.
Well, he said he could get through the
The owls
bars.
could fit through the bars.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I start counting 10 minutes before I
Alright.
let go of concentration.
Is there any way for anybody else in this warehouse to maybe like notice this?
So Smug sees all this happening
yeah.
because you watch Roke go from owl to his human form. He's kind of like crouched in the rafters,
Good.
and you saw him kind of like move his hands and whispering under his breath. And I would say you caught since you were like paying attention to them, you caught the like shift in like their posture and their demeanor, and it looks like Roke's about to do something. Don, you haven't moved or done anything yet so far, so if you want to do a move and before this happens, you can do that.
Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that there's some of this metal being hung around.
Yeah, these two racks have the larger metal sheets on it,
Yeah.
and then these shelves back here have different like bits and pieces of metal. Some are like larger chunks, others are like thin sheets, but this is where it looks like the other pieces that they're experimenting on are being stored.
Okay. This has nothing to do with what they're doing. I'm just gonna go sniff around the area with the metal stuff.
Okay.
Wait, are you a rat?
I am.
Did I polymorph you?
No, I polymorph myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I was like,
Because I was about to say, you are no longer a rat if he's the one that cast it on you both. Are you looking for anything in particular? Because you remember when you...
I can't
Sorry,
carry
go ahead.
anything right now.
There's some pieces that look like you could probably bite onto and carry.
Okay, but it's like the kind that's like hyper absorbent of magic and stuff like that.
It's all the same type of metal.
Okay.
They're just in various pieces. It looks like they have fewer pieces of the large metal, and they have more of the kind of like various sizing pieces.
I want like the highest quality to my rat eyes.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Did you say investigation?
Investigation. 9 -1.
Okay. You see this one piece, and it looks dirty on the outside, but through the grime you can see like it looks like it's gleaming. Like all you have to do is like maybe wash it off or clean it with a nice rag, and it'd probably be one of the nicest pieces of metal that you could take from this collection that you could carry.
Sweet.
Cool. So you go ahead and I'm assuming you carry it and you bite it. I don't know.
Yeah, perfect. If I need to put it in my mouth, I'll do it.
Yep, a little ratatouille. We can run around on our legs. But yeah, so you have that little piece. So you can mark down that you have a chunk of Ethereum.
Chunk of Ethereum.
So,
Norcal, did you want to do anything? Or not Norcal. Whoops. Rock, did you want to do anything in the room?
yeah, so
Okay.
you said there's 2 vials on the table, right?
There's like 2 like large like decanters. You know, like in like a chemistry lab, the larger or modifiers that you can like dispense fluids out of. It's like that.
Oh,
You do
but
see
there's-
some like smaller vials around that you could probably fill them up with the liquid.
I guess my question is, are there any vials with liquid in it?
Not small ones, already pre-filled. Just the 2 larger ones. And
Okay.
the one on the left is like a purple, like a deep purple color, and the other one is a like vibrant, almost like neon yellow.
Okay.
Drink it.
Like-
Drink it.
I'm gonna go into the sparrow's eyes,
Okay.
and he's kind of perched on like overlooking the entire area, just somewhere up in the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
And me not knowing where any of my teammates are,
Mhm.
I'm just kind of gonna look around to see if there's anything weird happening.
Okay. Give me a perception check
Does
for
the-
your familiar.
what is the
Is it a raven? Yeah.
it's either a raven or a sparrow, I don't remember.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start talking like Kevin now too. Yeah. Yeah. Deep voice.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I'll be right back.
Go to the
Okay.
bathroom. You're good.
Poop. Poop. Poop.
I think it's
You have a
raven.
+3
It's
to
a
the roll.
That is 12. It has a passive perception of 13. Does that?
It's about the same. I'll say that you see the rat version of Dalian kind of like running over towards the shells, and like it looks like they grabbed something.
Do I
You
see the owl?
no idea where Smug is.
Okay.
And you can just barely see Roke up in the rafters, no longer an owl in his normal form.
Do I see the owl just kind of like turn one of the? I guess. he
Well,
turned
you
one
just
of
see Roke. He's in his human form. He's not an owl anymore.
the- No,
you
I'm
just
talking
see-
about when he turned one of the prisoners to an owl, or has that happened yet?
That hasn't happened yet. We were getting there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can I ask?
Question on Misty Step.
Uh huh.
It's instantaneous, not concentration, right?
Yeah, it just
So-
happens.
If I decide to do Misty Step out of that room,
Yeah.
I leave Is there a sound? Is there a
I mean, yeah, there's like a
puff of smoke?
display of like magic that happens when you blink. When you also cast the spell, you briefly become visible because you're casting a spell while invisible. So you'll reveal yourself.
Gotta do it real quick.
Okay. So I'm gonna fly over. To Rogue.
Okay. Your bird flies over,
Yes. So
lands next to Roke.
thinks under the raven says mimic cry. The raven can mimic sound.
Yeah,
simple
mimicry.
sound.
Yeah.
And
Maybe cry.
as a person whispering.
Uh-huh.
Whispering as in words? Can I talk?
If I talk.
I'd say it would act like a parrot, right? So it can mimic phrases that it's heard before. So you wouldn't be able to like speak to Rogue fluently. There'd be some roles involved to see how well you could get the bird to mimic and repeat things that it's heard.
Then can I say like one word? Can I just say one word?
Sure.
Run.
Room. I just,
Okay.
And then I
So-
kind of use my P point.
Point to the office.
Yeah, room.
Okay. All right. So
It's like the
Smug.
seagulls from Dory.
Smug, were you gonna say something?
I got a couple set of questions. I don't want to disturb the flow.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
One, is elderberry tied up?
It's probably they would probably be stable somewhere. Yeah.
Who's elderberry?
Wait, don't you
Is
summon
elk.
it? Isn't it Fine Steed?
Yeah, it's fine, Steve. I don't think you. Wait, can you just summon it?
You can cast it again to summon it. Do you?
But it doesn't take 10 minutes or something?
I don't
You
know.
To recast it is the thing. I think it's like physical form. Once it's physical form, it's like physical form.
Oh, okay, I thought it was like kind of thought it worked like in Diablo, where you can like summon your mount. You could just like bring it to you.
Or like Elden Ring, you just hop on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you your little charm thing. I'd say it's. I mean, it's definitely stable up.
Okay. Just. I'm wondering if I could like. Could I like whistle and remain invisible? Or could?
I mean, you could. I don't. Are you trying to whistle for the horse or the elk?
Yeah, I figure
I-
like
It's
they're
not
really-
close enough that it's gonna hear you whistle.
Okay. Answers my questions.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I
Okay,
think Smug would just be like, wait outside the door. Then, like,
so you wanna go back out towards kind of where you guys came in at then?
yeah, you just wait outside. He doesn't really like know what to do else.
Okay. We'll put you out here, just so we know you're outside.
Yeah.
So, Rogue, you hear the message back from Dosick, and you get ready to cast the spell to change the form of the younger brother, and a raven kind of comes up and like kind of lands on your shoulder and kind of says room, and starts to like gesture with its beak, kind of like poking at you towards where the office was. It goes room.
You would
and
know
like
that's not a sparrow, right?
Yeah, you know it's Roxburgh.
like you when a little maybe toddler is asking you to like go do something, he's like yeah 1 second. And then I cast a spell.
Nice.
Like I'm coming, I'm gonna be right there.
Okay.
I can't, I mean, it's like they can fly out so fast.
Okay.
Finessing this.
Okay, I'm gonna do some rolls here. What? Give me a second. Okay, that's good for you. Whilst you guys have been getting ready, this guard that's next to the cages is in the process of moving away. So he's about here. There is this guy up on this little platform that looks like he hasn't been paying super close attention, but he's like kind of keeping his eyes out. So he also rolled pretty bad. Okay. I want you to make a roll d20 and then add your spell casting modifier to it.
Ooh.
This is to see if you can control the display of magic to not kind of like give away that he's missing, because right now he's laying in his bedroll, so changing the form shouldn't be that dramatic to the guards missing him, because it may look like he's just laying in the bedroll.
15.
Okay. Okay. You cast a spell and you turn him into an owl, right?
Yeah, which is different than a weasel, but they can get over it.
You see the older gentleman kind of like startles a little bit, and you see this kind of like horned owl crawling out from the bedrolls and is like kind of like flapping its feathers and like looking around. And
fly, you fools!
He's gonna. What are the stats for the owls? Do you have them pulled up?
It's a +3 to stealth.
Okay. You got a 19, and the guard rolled a 17 on his perception. So he makes his way up into the rafters and gets about there, up in the rafters. Anyone else doing anything?
First of all, do I notice this?
No.
Okay.
You're so low to the ground, you have no idea what's going on. You found your piece of metal, and that's kind of where you're at right now.
Then Owl goes to get the rat.
Yeah.
You
Is
get
the
some
owl-
creatures eat.
I still think this is Roke, though, right?
I mean, that is a logical conclusion to draw.
We just appreciate the fact that Rogue made literal jailbirds.
I can't believe this is how this is going, and it's working so far. This is actually blowing my mind a little bit. The Sanek is gonna go to make another movement. Pass over here. He's gonna make another stealth check to get past those two guards without them noticing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So he gets past the figure with the shield and the sword. The figure in the blue robes hears something and looks up and sees the flapping bird. And was like, oh, fucking shut the doors. Fucking these pests getting in and out. And they begin to move to shoo the bird out and to close the doors. Dalian, you see this figure kind of like get up from the table that they were sitting at and is moving towards the doors and is like throwing bits and bobs at the bird to try and like shoo it out the door.
Mm-hmm.
isn't good.
Would you like to do anything?
with a mouthful of metal, I will. What am I doing here?
Just knock over something.
Yeah.
Knock over a piece of metal or something.
I'm going to just crawl over something and knock something off the table, and then attempt to hide quickly.
Okay. But you're gonna stay in the warehouse.
Yes. I'm sure that. Hold on. Do I know this is not Noah? I mean, Roke.
You have no idea. You
Oh,
can
I
make
have
an
no
insight
reason to
check.
believe there's another owl in this warehouse.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything. You know of one owl that's come in,
Okay.
and you see the owl getting ready to leave.
I'll leave with it. I have to.
Okay. So you get outside. The Sanic gets out and begins to fly to where Roke mentioned. And this figure comes up and shuts this door. So this door is now closed.
Is Smug on the outside of that?
Smug is on the outside.
Did he see an owl fly past?
Yeah, you saw the owl come out, fly out, and you saw little rat Valiant kind of like skitter out.
Yeah,
around the
I'm gonna keep chasing the owl as much as I can on my little legs.
Okay. And this figure yells out, "Garrix, shut the other door!" And this figure begins to move. He's got to go around. He gets to here, and he's on his way to close this other door up here.
We just lost 2 teammates.
So, the spell's cast. You saw your owl friend successfully escape. This guy's attention is pulled away, and he's looking over at the commotion. And you still have that raven sitting like on your shoulder, saying, "Room, room," and
Okay,
pointing
yeah.
to the office.
So I
Ignore
drop
it
the
again.
other spell, drop it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. And then I cast polymorph as an owl on the next guy.
Okay, so you're dropping it right when they leave.
Do I feel like he's probably had enough time to get like to the woods ish?
No.
Okay, I'll wait like a couple turns in because he's pretty fast.
Okay. So how the owls can fly? What, 60?
Yeah, fly
Okay.
speed of 60 feet.
So double action 120. So the owl Sanag gets halfway across the clearing to the northeast that he was directed to go to. In the next round, he'll get all the way there.
Yeah, I'm just kind of making a judgment call mentally. So I
Yeah,
don't know if I
you
would,
let
like,
me know when you want to drop it. So
Can I like
we're-
roll a intelligence for that or something?
Sure. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Do you like Smug thinks everyone?
5 plus
Like,
5,
okay.
10.
There's an owl. Invisible also coming.
Okay. 10. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. This guard begins to get further. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll take a double.
He's shutting all the doors.
Yep.
And we've passed this turn. This guy gets over to here. Inside the room with you, Rock, you kind of hear the commotion outside. You hear people yelling about birds. and Anna kind of like sits up from her
I'll be right
desk.
back. Sorry.
You're fine. And goes, "What part of peace and quiet don't these Indians understand?" And she turns to the golem at her left and is like, "Go shut them up." And the golem kind of just like gives like a nod and begins to walk to the door, opens it, and goes out.
Does he close the door?
It's left like he kind of like opens it and it kind of like swings like a quarter of the way shut behind him, but it's not like fully closed.
But she is still in the room.
She's still in the room, yeah, and she seems more agitated. In video game terms, she went from green to yellow.
I'm trying to think what I.
The arrow pinging above.
So
Yeah.
I didn't find anything with the papers, right? Anything useful?
I mean, there's a bunch of notes at like a quick glance. You don't know really like any like in depth of what you have here. You could grab stuff and then like parse through it later if you wanted to.
I mean, I'm assuming I need to make a check.
To take it, yeah, without
Yeah.
you'd have to do a sleight of hand check to pocket anything.
And you become visible.
Here, do this for me.
Yeah.
Do an investigation check. I'd say with the golem out of the room now, there's a little more space for you to kind of move around. If you get too close to Anna, you're gonna have to do the stealth check. So if
27.
27, okay.
Jeez.
On the wall, directly above her desk, you see the largest schematic in the room. And it's, from where you're at, it's big enough that you can kind of make out the writing. You can see writing on it. It's in a language you don't understand. And it depicts a giant ship. You can, like, looking at what you can determine to be like what would be measurements and dimensions, given your background of creating things and forging stuff and designing things. You think it may be 2.5 times the size of the ship that's in the harbor outside. And it has a where what you think is the rudder. There's a long fin that goes from about halfway up the keel of the ship to where the prow is, and it kind of descends down. So it looks like a fin that kind of comes down from the bottom of the ship directly behind it. And the sails on the main mast, there's 3 sails, and they go beyond the points of the ship than what normal what's the word, sails would. They kind of comes out. Mast, yeah, the masts extend out, and so the sails kind of jut out the sides of the ship. Where you're used to like the sails and stuff stay kind of confined in the general width of the ship. This one seems to go out either end by 3 or 4 feet.
Does this look like? I can't remember if Dandelion described the ship at all in the vision.
He did.
Does it
From what he saw, it looks similar to what was described to him, or what he saw in the vision, and he described to you. The boat, it looks far bigger than you thought it was.
Uh-huh.
But it looks to be generally about what he depicted to you.
So the writings I can't understand, right?
Yeah, it's in a language you have no idea what it says.
Okay, and that's the
Well,
only
what languages do you know?
common, under common, and Elvish.
No, you don't understand it.
Nothing else kind of attracts my attention, right?
That's there's that on the wall, and then the canister and stuff that you saw, it next to it, there's a piece of paper that with that high of a check, it kind of details, looking over it briefly, what it is and like how they were able to, like the process that they went through to be able to create more than what they found.
Okay, I want to grab that.
Okay. Do you want to take anything else?
Is it possible to take any of the liquid?
You could. There are vials and stuff about the table that you could fill, like a bottle
Yeah, I want to do that.
with each one.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that will make a lot of noise.
So this is what we'll do. The papers are a free snack. That's fairly easy to do. You
Sorry,
can
boys.
you can either roll one sleight of hand check with a higher DC to get both of them, or you can roll a check individually for them, and depending on that will determine how much you get. The less you get, the easier the check will be. The more you go to fill the bottles, the harder it's going to be.
Okay. Can I do one roll for both?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is sleight of hands.
It's going to be a sleight of hand.
1 second. Let's.
Gotta go look and see what Anna's passive perception is.
Just for my own mental image, is this the Treasure Island ship by any chance?
Is this what?
Is this the Treasure Island ship by any chance?
I mean,
Treasure Planet, the Treasure Planet.
hey, I mean, it was my favorite movie when I was a kid. It's a little similar. Not gonna lie to you. It's crazy if you guys figure more stuff out about it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you some stuff.
Okay.
gotcha.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're
I'm also gonna use my flash of genius.
okay. If you get above a 20, you'll get two full vials. If you get between a 15 and a 20, you can choose between getting a full one of either liquid or partial of both. And then lower than that, we'll see what happens.
$17 plus 5.
All right. Carefully, painstakingly, slow. You pick the vials up off the table and slowly work the cork out of the top of it to not make any noise for when you end the suction that seals it.
Yeah.
And you place it under the purple liquid and press the little lever that allows the fluid to kind of decant, but you're doing it so slow so that the fluid doesn't make a noise for her to be paying attention. You safely stow the first one away, you pick up the other one, and repeat the process.
Nice.
Okay.
While that's happening, this guard, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, gets to the other door
Whoa.
and
Whoa.
shuts it.
Nice.
The automaton, which
Is he
you've seen
coming to check on the cell?
No, he was given. So when you left, Anna told him to go shut the people up.
Okay.
So he gets another few steps forward, and you've seen a few automatons. They're not very common. They're more common on the main continent. But this one, you hear something emit from it, and it's a kind of a robotic voice, and it says, cease actions
Nice.
in like a booming tone. You see all the workers around kind of like jump a little bit, and the guard up here has kind of like walked back and said, "Oh, excuse me, like burp. Like, oh, you fucking can of bolts. We were getting some pests out of here. Relax."
How long does filling this vial last? Because I want to get out before the
Slow
robot
pour.
comes in.
It's a slow pour.
I would say you've stoppered the second one as it begins to make its like it said its thing, and it's going to begin to like turn around with its movement. It gets to like about here.
So I could get out before he gets back in there.
Probably.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. You place the things back into your belt pouch and begin to slowly and carefully float your way out. And you get to about there when you get real close to it, and your immediate reaction is to go straight up to let it pass by you without any way of it like tipping off that you're there. And it walks underneath you, and it shuts the door the rest of the way. And you're now probably like 20 feet in the air. You probably got like another 8 feet above you before you get to the ceiling of the warehouse. And when you come out, you can see Roke kind of perched on that beam still with you can see your bird kind of like pecking at him, trying to get him to look over, and he's just kind of like shooting it off.
I just shake my head.
Okay, how fast can you run as a rat?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on. What's that?
My guess would be 30 or 25.
Rat 5e. Uh, 20.
Okay. So you take off after now. The smug, you see the owl and the rat begin to run off to the northeasterly direction.
He takes off after
You go after him.
He's like, "Oh yeah, the whole team made it out."
So you begin to follow. Sanag moves again. You rolled a 10. You think it best to hold on to the spell for a little bit longer.
Okay.
So we go back around. Are you doing anything else in the meantime?
Just trying to be hidden a little bit better.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a stealth check for me if you want, if you're actively trying to like hide in the rafters.
Yeah. Ooh, not bad, actually. Well, okay, not good with my character. 15.
Okay. Rock?
Yep.
Anything
Well,
you'd like to do?
So I fly over to where Roke is.
Okay. That was your. We're not really doing like initiative and stuff, but you get over there.
And then I whisper, "Where's everybody else?"
Dude, chill out, man. Come on.
Oh my
Like, announce yourself. First of all, how did you see me? So, I'm kind of freeing these guys. I think everybody else is outside.
And then
The
I look-
doors look like they're kind of shut. So, we're working on plan B. Do you have like a...
I mean, my original
Is there an
plan
open window? Is there a window? Do you know if there's a window? Can you look around?
was zero window.
You guys remember when you were doing your little reconnaissance earlier that there were 2 separate roof accesses,
Uh-huh.
but you remember that there were guards on the roof.
Oh.
You remember that they patrolled around it. You have no idea where they're at in the patrol, but you do know that they're up there.
Wow, that's better than not being able to leave.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Is there
Can you-
a win- so
Can you
what I
distract
do-
them?
No, I got. So I look down. You have one of the. I was like, hey, what happens to the prisoner?
Oh, he flew out. He flew out as
And
an
I
owl.
say, okay, I could get y'all out, both of y'all,
Okay.
by using. I think
Do you have a bag of holding?
I think.
Come on, I can turn us both into owls, but it just takes time, you know.
I could use vortex warp.
The hell?
Yeah, what the?
I could teleport my target to an unoccupied space within my range, which is 90 feet. And so, if
Dude,
I
that
could
wouldn't even
see-
get us out.
No, but like, I look at a window, and I was like, teleport you out of the building.
Dude, I don't
Sorry.
know if
Air outside the building.
An
But there's-
unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. So you have to be able to see where you're sending them.
So
Yeah.
yeah, like a window, like I look out of the building.
there's not a window though. We have to find that doors.
Into the
There's no
sky.
doors. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
can I?
Okay. Okay. Here's a
are
better
there
idea.
Holes in the door, and I could peep.
Yeah.
through.
Do you have to be next to the person that you're sending out?
No. It says
Because if you go look out the door, and then you can
no. It's just I think both has to be within my range of 90.
Yeah.
So if I stand.
So you
by
can
the door-
within 90 feet of you, you can send 90 feet from you.
Yes. So, like, right there. There's a door. Wait, is there a door right there?
No, there's doors up at the top.
There's a door right here, right?
Yeah, but it's closed.
And then there's
You'd
a
have
door
to
right
see
here.
through it.
Is that a
Yeah,
door?
yeah.
And that leads to the outside.
Yeah, that door leads. That door is where you believe where you guys were standing out before when you were waiting for Billion to introduce you to Anna. So that'd be if you left that way, you'd be looking at the other warehouses, and the barracks is like kind of to the right of it, further away.
I'm so sorry. I'm about
Oh,
to
perfect.
here. I'm gonna
Okay. Are there any holes in that door?
How are you gonna get out?
I mean, they're like wooden doors. There are like seams in them, and there are also
Okay,
like windows that run along the top part of the warehouse that you can see out of.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay, so
I'm
what
gonna-
I'm gonna do is change him into a bird. Then when you teleport him, he can fly after he's been teleported.
and one more thing, Jordan.
Uh huh.
If I use Misty Step,
Uh-huh.
can I have another person with me and we both teleport?
No.
No, you
That's not how
cannot. It's
Misty Step
you.
works.
You move yourself 30 feet or whatever the range is.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do. You let him know to stand right here, this corner.
As a
I'll be by the
bird.
door.
As a bird.
Because that's 90 feet.
Oh my god.
And then I will teleport him out into a place where he can't be seen. Oh, no. Teleport him into like a weasel or rat. So it'll be small.
No, he'll die, man. He has to be able to fly.
Okay, teleport into a
If you
small bird.
teleport him into the air.
Okay, teleport him. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just a
Okay.
small bird. Because there are people.
You had to be-
Why are you whispering?
Because
This
Sophie's
is not gonna
asleep.
work.
That's why.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
You go-
I literally have to whisper.
You need to go talk to him because you're invisible and you can talk to him.
Okay. I'm gonna fly to right here. And I'm gonna explain
Why you guys are talking?
the entire thing.
These people have moved.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so you're going where?
Is this wheelbarrow actually there?
Yeah, but I mean, like, you could stand and you can occupy the same space of it.
Yeah. I
It's
want to
fine.
be right here and whisper to him our plan.
Okay. You float down.
And
God.
I'm gonna whisper this plan to him. And
Okay.
And you can
Go ahead.
Teleported outside.
Okay. You
So,
you
hey-
land there.
Hey, I'm invisible. Don't freak out. Like, very softly. I said,
Are you
plan
the
is.
person that
Yeah,
spoke
yeah,
to me in
yeah,
my
yeah.
mind? Okay.
No, that's my friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, shh. Listen.
Is my brother okay?
Yes, listen. Not target. I said, my friend is gonna morph you into a bird. I need you to stand in this corner as closest to this front door. And then I'm gonna teleport you outside.
This front door. You're invisible.
Yeah, he has no idea where.
I got, well, you should know the entrance, right?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so
Sorry,
funny.
continue.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
The entrance of the man. I'm assuming he can know the entrance door.
Sure.
I said, stand to this closest to the entrance of the door.
It's angles. It's all angles.
To your left. All the way to the jail wall. And then I'm gonna teleport you outside.
Okay.
And you're gonna
the-
feel like you want to resist, but just accept it.
Okay. The first guy seemed to have a better plan.
Well, that plan involved with doors open and doors were closed.
There are roof access points. Are those shut as well?
No, everything's shut.
And he's kind of like, he seems really confused, and he's like, I'm afraid if I move either in this form or another, closer to the edge, the guard on the platform may see me as the light is brighter there. I feel my brother made it out because he was concealed in darkness.
But he can just fly over to the door too.
He can, that's true. You can do that too. Yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna do that instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't really tell what's going on.
sounds
so-
good.
I'm gonna cast polymorph in like 10 seconds.
Hey.
Okay, I feel like I have to mention this to you guys. It's 90 feet from you, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
So if he moves 90 feet to that door, you can't send him further.
Yeah, I know.
You could teleport him from where he's at to that door. You couldn't put him on the other side of it.
Oh, I thought it was 90 feet from my distance, and I see 90 feet away.
No.
Okay.
90 feet from you, you can teleport a target forcibly, or you can move someone of their own free will 90 feet away. That's why I was saying the windows up there,
Got it.
you could do it from there.
Yeah.
Because you could see out the window and he's in range. And you could
Well,
put
that was
him on the other side.
that was my original plan, and I think someone said there was no windows.
No, I said that there are windows around the top.
Okay, well that was my original plan, was go to the windows, teleport
Okay.
outside. Boom.
All right.
So you stay still. He's gonna polymorph you. I'll teleport you outside.
You're invisible.
I was
Okay.
telling him.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Alright.
polymorph him, and I want to see how this works out.
You go to polymorph him. You cast a spell. You
yeah,
need to make
do I need to do
another D20 plus your spell casting ability against the guard's perception.
15 plus 9 for a 24.
Okay. 19 plus 2. 21.
Sucker.
The guard on the platform doesn't seem to take notice. You polymorph him into Yao. Outside, Sanag has been flying probably around 30 feet in the air towards the tree line. He's gotten to the tree line, so he's on his way down. He just kind of gets down quicker as the polymorph ends. And Dalian and Smug, you both see a figure in the sky, roughly 30 feet above the ground. No longer an owl, becomes a human-ish figure and drops 30 feet. He takes that's a lot of damage.
Can I?
He takes 12 points.
Wait, hold up.
Damage.
I can save him.
Okay, go ahead. You're about 100 feet away from him.
I'm only 100 feet, right?
You can only move 40 a whole round. You can move 20 and 20 again. And it's been 2 rounds.
Okay.
He darted 160.
Is this
both
still in the
times.
field?
Yeah, you're just getting into the clearing at how fast you can move right now. So you're far away from him.
Oh, okay. Let me think about it. Where is he?
Whereas Sanag,
Yeah.
he's kind of just beyond the tree line. You can barely make him out because I mean, he's easier to see now because he is a larger figure falling from the sky.
Okay.
But it looks like he's gonna land in the tree line, so I guess that's good.
Oh, well, if he's so far away, I'm gonna cast Scorching right now. I'm just kidding. Well, there's nothing I can do.
Okay. It takes 12.
Leave no evidence.
How much damage?
He takes 12. I rolled 3 4s on 3d6.
Nice. Was he the first one that got sent out, or was he the second?
The sand egg was the first one that got sent out because
Okay.
Dosic wanted his brother safe first.
Yep.
Now, Smug, you are you kind of like keeping pace with the rat, or are you trying to go beyond them?
I imagine his speed is in between the rats and the owls, so he's staying in between them.
Okay.
see
So
him fall.
you kind of overtake Dalian, and you're at this point you're probably about halfway across the clearing, still invisible.
Okay.
Your ends of visibility is kind of getting towards the end of it. You have probably like another 10, 15 minutes of it. So you have the rest of the clearing. You have the other half of the clearing to get to before you get to the tree line where you saw him fall.
Gotcha.
If you wanted to scoop up the rat on your way, they might get there a little quicker.
Yeah. Why not? I think he wanted to do that. He was just worried about becoming visible.
No, you're fine. As long as you're not making an attack or casting a spell, you don't reveal yourself.
Okay. He definitely was gonna scoop up the rat then.
Okay, so you get scooped up, Dalian, and you're moving much faster now.
Okay.
So
We come back inside.
This is Smug. Don't worry.
We come back inside.
Oh, nice. Wait, what?
Or were you gonna say something?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm just along for the ride, apparently.
Yeah, some invisible force snatches you up
Yeah.
from the ground, and now you're flying. Back inside the warehouse, Asik has become the owl, and is beginning to kind of like fly up and out of the cage like his brother did.
Okay.
Rock, were you gonna move to the window?
Yes.
Okay, so you shoot up, and you can see through the window. It's dark outside, so you can't see a whole lot with the light, but you can see a space about like maybe like a quarter of the way up through the clearing that you can get him with your 90 feet.
Another question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there gonna be like a blinding light
So if you read the first part of the spell, it says it twists space.
Uh-huh.
So there's going to be a visual element to it. It's not going to be super like ostentatious and showy,
But if
but there's going to be some visual effect.
But if he flies to a very dark corner, high up.
It'd be harder for them to see the effect happen.
Okay.
Okay. Right now he's kind of like hanging out at the top near one of the windows, like on the banister.
Oh, so he's
in a darker space already because he has been wanting to like hang out and where it's dark because he doesn't want to be seen.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and teleport him.
Okay.
To because I know there are patrols on from when I saw. I'm gonna try to teleport him to a place where. Well, I guess I could just teleport him all the way in the air, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Okay. He feels that sensation come over him. He gives into it like you told him to do, and you see a small little like kind of warp in reality as his figure kind of spins and the air around him kind of like tears a little bit, and you can't really see that well outside unless. Do you have dark vision? You don't have dark vision, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay. You're pretty sure he's out there. I'm gonna make perception checks with disadvantage for the guy on the platform. A 3 and a 4. Great.
Do I need a roll?
I will have you make a, because there's a verbal and somatic component for it. I'll have you roll a sleight of hand check. As long as you beat a 6, you're good.
13.
You're fine.
Okay, so he's out.
Okay. He's gone?
Yep. So my next order operation is fly back to Rogue.
Okay.
How much time do I have on invisibility?
Probably have like another 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll say Rogue.
What's up, buddy?
I could get you out as well.
Okay.
Wait.
I have to wait a little bit for him to fly.
You cast a spell.
Instantaneous. It's not concentration, right?
You're no longer invisible when you cast a spell.
Just cast the spell or like,
Okay, so I'm.
So
up in the
you
air.
were up in the rafters where Roke is, and you lose your
Back
invisibility.
to
They
me?
rolled really bad on their perception. Either way, so you're fine for right now, but
Okay.
you're no longer invisible.
Okay, so
Hey, buddy.
teleport you out.
What happened?
What happened?
bug just in the
happens.
air flying. All of a sudden, he just appears.
Okay, so here's my other plan.
Okay.
I could teleport you out as well,
Yeah.
and I could teleport you somewhere on the ground instead of in the air, so the other person can be still polymorphed. And then I will
Yeah.
cast.
Okay. Here's the problem: is I'm not close to the window.
You don't have to be close to the window.
You don't have
Kevin
to be
does.
close. I have to. I just need to see through it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have another plan.
So I'm not really that stealthy of a person. If I'm honest, I feel like if I got dropped in the middle of a field,
Do I see
Make an intelligence check, Roke.
Do I see any obstruction where I could tell?
6, 11.
11. That's high enough. You feel like you could do the same thing you did with Sanic. You could wait for that person to get there.
Yeah.
And then any other spells you have at your disposal that may require concentration, you would be free to use.
Just give me like. I feel like he's probably pretty fast. So Give it like 30 seconds. Can we give it 30 seconds?
However long.
Okay. 30 seconds and I'll turn into an owl and then you can polymorph me.
Can you talk to him? Do I know this? Oh,
I can't talk to him.
Okay.
Why are they all rolling so badly? God, I just want to fight you guys. Dang it.
Okay. So I guess I'm just waiting for the 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
After
rolled
30
perception checks for them while you guys wait that time, and they don't see you.
After 30 seconds, now I'm into my 5th level spells.
Okay. Dosic
Okay.
has... So, real quick on the outside. Dosic gets to the tree line because he was teleported a decent chunk of the way already. With his double movement, he gets to the tree line. And how fast can you fly with your boots, Smug?
I think it's just like walking speed.
Okay, so double dash 60. You were already halfway across the clearing. The other 60, you were a little beyond it.
I'm
So you
playing
get...
too, by the way.
Huh?
Or wait, does the spell end because Kevin let it go, or does it?
Yeah.
Oh, did he cast invisibility on both of you? Yeah, then yours is gone too.
Yeah. So.
Luckily enough, you're
What?
well, I guess I'll roll perception checks for the people on the outside. You're kind of far away though. Disadvantage,
supposed to
they're all
say.
even. 10, 12.
Because he should be
Oh.
pretty close to the tree line, right?
Yeah, it's a disadvantage. Yeah. With disadvantage, the highest one of the two is a 12. So roll a stealth check for me, and as long as you beat a 12.
Please beat a 12.
Okay. Hold up 1 second. My dexterity is 0, so it's a straight roll.
Wait, does he have advantage being in the dark?
The guards rolled with disadvantage, so
Yeah, he has advantage.
that's the. Well, you could do either one. You could have him roll with advantage, and I'll take the first roll on the perception check that I did for the guards, or you can stick with the second one that I rolled.
I rolled already.
Okay.
So, got a 7.
No, do you have a 7?
You just see him like one moment, it's just like a speck floating against the sky, and then the next is a dude in full armor just carrying around.
Okay.
Kind of checks
So-
out.
So you're pretty high in the air, right?
Yeah.
You're pretty far away from the buildings and the light from these guards can see. He only rolled a 12.
Mhm.
So he sees a shape.
Okay.
That's all you guys. All right. You do you look back to see if anything's happened?
Yeah.
Like once
why
you're
not?
visible. Okay. You see one of the guards on top of the roof leaving to go to one of the entrances to get back inside.
Okay. He goes.
Okay.
He's
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You guys are close enough to the edge of the clearing where you can see Stanek kind of like hunkered down, like in the brush around, and you see an owl kind of land next to him, and is like hopping around him, and Stanek picks him up, and just kind of looking around, and like he looks like he's gonna like dart, like he's gonna run.
As he's holding the owl, it just like poof.
It's
into
also like full form. Stanek like almost falls over with him. It's like they start speaking in a language that you guys can't really understand. Dosic sees Smug like almost to them, and says, "My brother and I owe you our lives." And just to remind you, their speaking is like a weird like echo. It sounds like it's whatever Dosic says that someone else says it at just like a lower volume than when he says it.
Wow. You guys were not who I was expecting.
Expecting.
Good. good. This is good. Do you know if there was two others still in there?
There.
There was
There.
there was an invisible figure that told me the plan to get us out, but
Okay.
there was also someone who spoke in my mind, but I don't know. They seem to be different people from what the other individual said.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Are you hurt? I saw.
And you now that you're close to him, he is beat to hell. He has bruises, cuts all over his body. His younger brother looks not as bad.
But like he fell 30 feet.
But he fell 30 feet.
You do see him kind of like favoring his left leg over his right a little bit.
Okay. Smug like cracks his fingers and he's like, "All right, let me see ya." And then he gonna do lay on hands. I think it's 5. I can do 5 hit points per paladin level. So
Yeah, what's it? You guys are what?
I'm gonna do like
With 12. So 6.
what? Yeah, it's let's see. I am going to do like I'm gonna do 15. Give him
15 each. Okay. It
Yeah.
It looks like that healing that you bestowed each from kind of heals and kind of seals any like the fresh cuts they have. The reason they look so beaten down is it doesn't look like they've been allowed to truly rest.
Okay.
Exhausted.
Yeah, they look very exhausted.
Gotcha.
So we'll go back inside now. You guys are you did move over towards him. You did say that. So you guys are up in the rafters. What would you like to do?
So we're in the rafters. We're not by the window.
I just turned into an
windows run around the whole
Okay.
shop are awful edge.
I say, okay. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. I am gonna just safe, being safe. I'm gonna cast invisibility again on both of us.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, fly up to the window, and I'm gonna fly up there as well.
He can't fly. You'd have to carry him.
Wait, I thought.
I'm a bird.
Oh, you're a bird now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Okay. So we fly up to the window, and then I am gonna cast. I'm gonna cast a level 3 vortex warp, so that adds additional 30 feet on top of that 90.
Okay, so you're gonna send him 120.
To
The direction that you were told.
yes,
Okay. Give me another sleight of hand check.
sure.
This is gonna break your invisibility when you cast this.
Oh man. Burn
Natural
into
20, baby.
Nice. Garbage. Okay. The invisibility drops on both of you, and you are 120 feet out from the warehouse. You're almost at the edge of the clearing, flying as an owl. You can kind of see your friends gathered up around a little ways into the brush.
As he's flying, he gets teleported, like Freebird starts playing. He's like, I can't change.
So while I'm there, can I cast
I would-
that on myself?
What
Vortex warp?
is the wording of the spell?
It just says you magically twist
Another
around.
creature you see within
Yeah.
range.
I would like to.
So you couldn't do it on yourself.
Mm.
I would like to
So-
orbit, just in case I need to distract some guards that are outside.
Okay.
But high, pretty high.
Well,
Okay.
I have-
It's about now that the guard comes in from the roof. It's you sense him to the right. He came in from the door, the rafters that are over here. So he's coming down the rafters now. It looks like he has to like snake down a few layers to get down to the office. But you see a figure come from the roof.
question: How many? Do I remember how many soldiers are on the roof?
You remember there were two.
2. Okay. And did he close the door?
You don't know. It's like he came down like a ladder to the landing of the top of the rafter. So you'd have to like go and look up from like where the ladder is to see what kind of like opening is there.
Okay. I'm going to cast some visibility again.
Okay.
So I am out of level 2. I'm going to that rafter spot.
Okay. With your 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, over dash, that's Okay, with your movement and action, you get to the ladder just as he's kind of stepped off and has gone down the first like stairway to get down to the office.
Yes.
You look up and it's just like an open hatch. You see that the ladder goes up and the hatch is just kind of like left open and you can see like where you get up onto the roof.
Great. I'm calling my bird. We getting out of here.
Okay. You sturdy. You use 15 to get up the ladder, and then you have another 45.
45.
45
Yes.
with other movement. You just want to book it for the line?
Yep.
Okay. The last thing you see as you kind of leave, as you're climbing up the ladder, is you see that guard from the roof kind of walks down and gets to the door of the office. And that's the last thing you see.
All right.
You begin making your way towards the canopy, and it takes you less than a minute to dash the whole way across with how fast you're moving. The rest of you guys over there, what, you guys do anything in particular, or are you just kind of waiting for the rest of your party?
So I don't want to turn back into not now because I'm running a little bit low on spells and won't be able to get back to my room. So I'll just be there listening.
Okay.
Hoping they make a good decision.
You said you were flying pretty high up, keeping an eye out on stuff?
Yeah,
right?
but I guess I wouldn't have seen him leave. But
I mean, you saw the guard kind of going down the ladder.
okay.
And since I am invisible and the sparrow is with me, I'm gonna send the sparrow to see if he can scout where he. Well, I guess I wouldn't know that would be metagaming. Never mind.
So basically, we're all going to gather up with the two guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smug.
Okay.
Mostly talking to them.
Okay.
I think my polymorph drops.
Okay. So,
Do you get
much like with Dosik and Sanek, Smug is now loosely holding Dalian in his arms as he reverts back to his normal form from his rat body. And you guys can see Rock, like approaching you guys from, or you can't see them.
I'm still invisible.
You're still invisible.
As soon as I get there, I'm gonna let go of that visibility.
Okay. You join up with the rest of them, and you see that Dosik and Sanek have. It seems that he's like been trying to like keep Sanek calm, And he turns to the rest of you and says, I don't know why you helped us, but thank you.
Why were you
I'm
captured?
an owl.
Yeah. I asked him, why were you captured?
And he kind of like looks back to the warehouse and his brother, and he's like, can we go somewhere safer first? I just
do that.
the thought of being recaptured and being in the paws of that woman,
Yeah.
I'd like to avoid it.
Okay.
I promise to answer any questions I'm able to. I owe you that at the least. So where would you guys like to go? Because right now you're on the cusp of heading back into a completely different part of the jungle than what you're familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the play here, Noah? I mean, Roke.
Like I'm a bird right now. If I turn not into a bird, I won't be able to get back inside.
Do I
the
know
apartment.
this terrain?
You've never been
I've never been over
this far down. You've been like on the coastlines and stuff, but you don't traverse the interiors of the jungle often.
I mean, I guess the safe place would just be. I mean, we don't have to go too far deep in the jungle. Just get outside.
Okay.
Was there anywhere we can hide out that I remember? Besides our rooms.
The last structure you saw was the shattered remains of a homestead where you fought those two giant creatures and the Sunderwood things and the moss creatures, but that was
That's a long time ago.
2 days away from where you currently are.
Yeah. I think we just need to get into the trees in the jungle a little bit.
Rogue, give me a perception check.
As a bird.
As the owl, yeah.
Can I help him?
Nope.
He has advantage, doesn't I want to think.
Your bird can do a separate one if you have it patrolling as well.
I do have advantage on that, which is good.
Yeah.
Just kidding. 10.
10.
Rock?
And this would be what? Just
Perception.
Perception. Okay, plus
Yeah.
3.
Man.
9.
Cool.
Nice.
Where are you guys going?
It's Smug is not the smartest tool in the shed, but
But he is a tool.
but he realizes that it's guys, they're gonna figure out pretty quickly that they're not, and I think they're gonna be pointing at us as the first.
Not unless we are in our rooms.
Hoo-hoo! Hoo!
Can we I asked those two. Are you guys familiar with this area?
Okay, so you guys, you guys move further into the forest, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit by ourselves.
So you get further away from the tree line just to make sure you have more visual coverage so that they can't spot you easily. And you asked Dosick the question?
Both.
Santa doesn't seem to like answer any of this.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like he just seems so afraid that he's not really able to like
Okay.
compute anything you're saying. So Dosick kind of chimes in and says, "We're not really familiar with any of the places around here. I don't even know what parts of the prime material plane we're on. Our ships were caught in a storm in the Astral Sea, and we were pulled here. We lost most of the fleet. My flagship got through mostly unscathed, but the other one that made it through was decimated and scattered about the ocean."
Your flagship made it? Was it there in the... he points his head back at the harbor.
And he kind of like, his head kind of like dips down, and he seems fairly like somber. He's like, "No, my ship was that other woman, Captain Theus."
I ask, who captured you guys?
He kind of like sits down and, "How do you know what we are?"
Jordan, do I know them?
You know, there's
just-
a bunch of people that live in the Astral Sea. They're probably one of them.
I just go and ask, no. Explain yourself.
We hail from the Astral Sea, a separate plane to yours. Our society is not too dissimilar from most of your prime governments. Ours focus more around militaristic conquering. And I was a supreme commander in our governmental hierarchy, I guess you could say. And my young brother, when he looks down, was unfortunately chose the way of knighthood. He was aboard my vessel as part of it doesn't matter. My fleet was moving from... We were moving to a different location, and we were caught in a celestial storm. They normally, for a ship like mine and the rest of my fleet, doesn't pose a problem, but something happened. I'm not sure. I've sailed across those skies most of my life, and I haven't seen a storm quite that powerful. The rest of my fleet was destroyed, and my flagship, or my Spelljammer, was the only ship to make it through mostly unscathed, given the protections around it. The other ship that made it through was a larger vessel in our fleet, and that's why it was only broken to pieces. When we landed in the prime material, our ships take time to word acclimate to a new reality, to speak. And with a portion of my crew dead from the storm itself, the leader of what I now know to be the Crimson Tide dispatched of the majority of my crew and subdued myself and the rest commandeered the ship.
So many questions, fellas.
Guys, I think we have. We don't. This is kind of tangential to what was just said, but we should go to where the tools were first and get them. Try to beat the others there, so they don't have this.
We have no way of getting to where that is.
What do you mean? Is it like we could walk, right?
It's in the middle of your ocean.
Okay. So maybe not walk.
I truly don't even know how far away from our current location that it is.
Can you show
So-
my map?
If you had a map, I could postulate to where. I don't know where we are.
Okay.
Did you happen to meet the leader?
I did have the unfortunate luck to personally be initially interrogated by her. My few members of my crew stepped up to obfuscate my position aboard the ship to protect the goals of our voyage. And so I escaped her questioning initially. I was sent here with my brother and a few other of my crew to be interrogated by that Farron woman.
So you know where her base is,
Her
in a sense.
her base is what I presume to be my old flagship. I've only ever been at this shipyard, your boat, the things you sail on. I've only been here. I was moved here after I was pulled from my vessel.
Who is the tiefling that had you guys captured in
That
the
is
cell?
that is Anna Farron.
What do you know about her?
She's some sort of mad inventor. She pulled the once the Spelljammer got acclimated to the prime material plane, Carolyn used the helm to search the sea for parts of the ruined ship, and those pieces were brought here for her to experiment on. The metal in the Astral Sea isn't you don't work it the same way you do with metals found here.
I pull out my chunk. You mean one
You
of
see-
these?
You see what you grabbed is it almost, now that you're looking at it and you can see it and for like in its scale, it looks more like a doorknob. Yes, that is Ethereum.
Can I turn my chunk of Ethereum to doorknob of Ethereum?
Sure.
Can I pull out 2 vials. I asked him, do you know what this is?
I don't know the specifics of what the chemicals are. When Saneg is more himself, he will have more information about it than I. But the short of it is, it's two chemicals used in a explosive device that we use in our ship's weaponry.
Oh,
Mm.
what happens if you?
What do you say?
What happens if you mix them?
Without the taphite crystal as the sort of how do you say it?
Catalyst.
Catalyst. The liquids are mostly inert. Mixing them together won't cause a reaction, I guess I could say. The crystal is what ignites the two, from what I understand.
Somebody would enjoy messing with these chemicals. Probably drink them.
I don't advise imbibing those liquids.
Guys, we gotta figure out what to do. Are we just gonna go back? Like, maybe set a trail and just head back to our rooms all hunky-dory? Or, like...
I think that's the only plan.
But what about these guys?
Wait, what time of day is it?
It's real late at night. It's probably 3, 4 in the morning.
Oh.
Okay. Before we go any further, I turn back to one of the Dasik. I'm just asking, clearly Anna has done a number on you guys. Why did she have to torture you? What information did you know that she needed?
You don't have to tell us the information. You just have to say, like, just a ballpark. We're not trying to get the information out of you. So,
In all honesty, neither of us possess any means to get back home, and even if we did, there's no guarantee where we'd end up in the sea. We'd be lucky to land within anywhere close to one of the major citadels, or even one of the ancillary fortresses in the far realm, but we're stuck here. That woman, Anna, possessed the spellcraft to send us. Using our implements that she take from us could get us to one of them, but without it, we're stuck here. So there's really no harm in me. Make a persuasion check, Smug.
yay. Should be good at this.
Wait, your kingdom's not gonna send a search party?
There were a great many people that would be excited at my abdication of position. So the only family I have is Sanek. No one. I mean, the knighthood might come and want to look for him, but I doubt it. And Sanek kind of like chips up and says that they don't care.
Do you guys actually want to go back there then?
Yeah, what is your goal?
Also, I got 21. Sorry.
21. To like answer your earlier question, he was back and says we were on We were making a declaration of war against one of the other citadels. My ship, our supreme leader's faction was going to declare war on another sect, and we were the initial ground forces that were going to carry out that attack. And I imagine going back, I'd at worst would be demoted, or at best, at worst, tried and killed for failure of duty. So we are completely at your mercy. I have none of my equipment to survive. He kind of looks around. These jungles, Sanag is going to take days to recover before he can use any of his abilities. Me as well. You've done a lot for us already, and I don't want to make it more of a problem for you than it has already become. If you don't mind me asking, who are you? My name is Dasek, and I've referred to Sanag a few times, but what are your names and who are you?
Pardon us. This is. I am Sebastian. Friends call me Smug. I do appreciate if you'd call me Smug as well. We're best friends.
Smug.
And this is, waves his hand. Oh, wait, to the bird. He goes, that is, Rogue. That's it.
Who?
He,
Puff up my feathers a lot.
yeah, he,
I look real big. Big
very
owl.
smart wizard, and he's probably running low on magic. And then and then he waves to Dalian. Dalian.
Howdy, Dalian. With the big, and I do it with a big smile.
Yeah. And then,
He kind of nods his head, and he tries to mimic a smile, but it doesn't look good.
is it like mouth is the wrong shape or something?
Yeah, and his teeth are real jagged.
Okay.
They're like razor sharp teeth.
I unconsciously take a oof. Ugh.
Such a good smile. And then this is a fearsome pirate lord Rock. Standing over there.
Pleasure.
I'm just looking and kind of looking back at the compound and trying to figure out what we need to do next. So I'm kind of ignoring these pleasantries.
Just a casual observation of the compound. You see that a significantly greater number of torches have been lit.
Oh gosh.
And it looks like there's more people outside.
I say to the group, I think our time is short.
Okay.
I think the cover is also blown.
Do I see any torches heading to our lodge?
Oh wait, to your where your barracks where you're staying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't see that building from where you are. The warehouse that you came from blocks the whole view.
Okay.
Well, is a torch kind of
Can I-
heading towards in a direction? Majority of them.
Can we yell up to Roke? Scout ahead.
Yeah, you can have them go look.
I'll go take a look.
Roke.
Okay. You begin to fly back over, and you're over there in a few minutes, and you see the entire place, it looks like, is woken up. you see way more Crimson Guard out and about than you did when you were here during the day. And the barracks is fully lit, and yeah.
Our barracks?
So I
You were all in. You were all barrack. There's one large central like barrack chamber where people sleep because if you remember, they sleep in shifts. So the people that work at night sleep during the day. Those people are out. So the amount of beds in the barracks fits them only because they split it in like this shift.
It's like submarine quarters.
Yeah.
hot bunks. So we're probably not going to make it back to where we started. It doesn't look like it.
I mean,
You surely try.
Okay.
But it looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks.
We got a load from
it
checkpoint
looks-
here,
It looks
boys.
like someone kicked the proverbial hornet's nest and they're buzzing.
Guys,
Okay.
I say-
So I come back and I will unpoof myself because we're not going back.
I mean, we can.
And
still can.
I'll. We're not going back. So I was thinking we would maybe fly back to our, place we were sleeping, but I don't. They're looking for these guys, and I think they want them pretty bad because everybody's awake.
Yeah, but we're sleeping. Sleeping.
We are sleeping, which is good. I think they probably woke up everybody though.
We had a long journey here.
We're very tired. I would say we maybe just leave. We just start leaving, but I don't know how we do that.
I thought the same.
Guys, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but we still gotta. I mean, there's elderberry and there's that mule. I forgot what I did.
So here is the thing.
Okay,
If we have some sailors with us. I'm
Commandeer the
thinking
ship.
A Jack Sparrow type.
This will be the day where
Yeah.
all
You
of us.
almost caught. But I can't remember if there's very many ships in the harbor. But like, how would they expect us to go towards? Well, they probably would expect us to go to a ship instead of the terrifying ocean.
You do remember there was the giant frigate that was parked out, docked outside the third warehouse, and there were a few smaller skiffs in the along the other docks. But you remember Bellion saying that because you guys initially transported all of those goods and stuff past the blockade, and you landed and offloaded it. And you remember that Bellion said that the waters were too dangerous to take the smaller ships safely.
yeah.
But we have expert sailors.
So you could try and take one of the smaller ships and sail it through the harder, more challenging waters.
How good are you guys at actually sailing? I look at Sanic and Dazik. Like real boats, not fake boats. Whatever boats you guys are talking about.
I am
Pretty good?
familiar with your version of sailing. It's enough to where I could
Be helpful.
aid with the general sailing of the ship, but
Probably wouldn't be like super good at it though.
Yeah, but we have rock.
We do have a pirate. Rock. How many boats have you stolen?
I've lost count.
So basically, I don't know. I just don't know if we're gonna make it very far in the forest. But I don't know if we can make it past the hornet's nest to get to a boat.
Dasik.
yes.
What are you and Sanus gonna do? What are you gonna do now?
Well, I think they have
With-
to help us.
Without your aid, my only thought is to rest long enough to be at my best fighting form. Try and sneak in to the compound and grab my equipment, and then it would give us a shot at surviving
Where is
the
your
jungles.
So equipment.
It's stored in one of the warehouses. I know not which.
Oh gosh.
How far are we from the base? I just realized I can communicate telepathically with my steed.
I also re-looked at the spell, and you can just cast it again, and it'll just be next to you.
The problem is I unequipped it.
I see.
The best bet. This is still a boat.
You're like 240 feet away from the warehouse, and from the stables, I'd say probably like 350.
350. Okay, so I'm within a mile.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you can provide us with a distraction.
That
is true.
I can do that for you, but I would ask you watch over Sanag and get him somewhere safe.
We're talking about his elk.
We're not talking about you.
Oh,
Wait.
But it could come to that.
But we
It could come to
gotta
that.
rewind this whole thing. All right, group discussion.
Wait, are y'all huddling up again?
We're kind of in a circle right now, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn to Dasik. If you wish, you can tie your fate to ours. It will strengthen our numbers and will be a great help.
Which, by the way, you owe us because we saved your life. So
I
just
am
gonna add that.
fully in your debt. Yes,
Perfect.
I'll help you.
So the other
Now we
option
can
is, I
come up
guess-
with a plan.
Yeah,
All right.
and you are a part of the plan.
I do want to. I'm a very capable combatant. In my current state, I will offer little to no help.
Well,
They haven't let us truly rest since we've been held here, as our innate abilities would restore themselves, and we'd be more challenging prisoners to keep.
correct.
So
We also are capable fighters. But more importantly than being a good combatant is that we need your expertise. What little to lot knowledge of this material and thing from another plane.
Between Sanag and I, we could explain most of it, if not all.
So our goal, I'm assuming, if I'm correct, is to bring these two lovely fellows back to our people.
yeah, I don't see any point in. I mean, we kind of managed to figure out everything in one night, pretty much. I mean, enough.
So we steal back this ship that they took from them.
Ooh, I like that idea.
But I think it's going to be
It's
really
implausible.
hard. It's going to be really hard.
I just want to let you know, I don't know how much of the conversation you may have overheard when I was in her office. The captain, Carolyn, is supposed to arrive in the morning, presumably on my flagship. My
Dude.
personal equipment and weapons are either stored in one of the warehouses or on that frigate outside. One of my something that is preventing Carolyn from having complete control. How familiar are you with all types of vessels, spelljams? Any?
That's why you're our expert, our resident expert.
Yeah. This is why we came to save you for this thing.
The ship is controlled by the individual sitting on the spelljammer's helm. It's a large. It almost looks like what your kings would sit on, a throne.
That's it.
And it controls the ship. It dictates what direction it moves, what elevation it travels at, and there are a myriad of capabilities the ship possesses in times of war, and the methods in which we fire the Taphite bombs are housed there.
So there's no need for a crew then, is what you're saying?
The crew man the weapons, and would be needed to fight off any boarding parties, but the helm itself moves the ship, and when one is sitting in the helm, that is their sole focus. People not of our kind have a harder time captaining such vessels, as it takes a heavy toll on the mind to be able to operate it.
Yes.
One of the pieces of my equipment that was stored and taken from me sends out a psychic pulse, you could say, to make people want to turn away, to not how do I...
Does it disable them?
In a manner of speaking, it prevents them from wanting to move actively toward the person wearing the object.
Okay.
Is it
those with a strong enough sense of will can pierce through that, but
there's no other way to produce this psychic field without that?
I don't possess the capabilities, nor does Sanic. It's an item.
We need it.
I think maybe they have it, because that's like what happened to one of the ships in the Wave Runners. Would it like maybe put somebody into a coma, like disable them, and then they would drown?
It's not that strong. The spelljammer itself has a psychic emission that can subdue enemy combatants outside of the ship. The item I'm referring to is it's a circlet I've wear upon my brow, and it prevents creatures from approaching me.
So, what you're saying is, if we get you some rest and we don't get found, tomorrow's
already here.
Tomorrow's already here. That's
4 a.m.
This is what we do.
We need to get you some rest, but we also need to find the circlet so you can
use it.
Make us safe, right?
It would prevent those weak of will from attempting to stop us. Those with a stronger sense of will or sureness of mind would still pose a threat, but it would greatly reduce the number of people within that compound that would pose me or you any significant threat. Anna, for example, would be, I imagine, a creature capable of ignoring the effects of the item. That is, if no one has found its use and is actively using it. Because without it being worn, it doesn't emit the field that prevents approachment.
So we get and you probably have weapons. You have like special weapons too.
My weapons and armor should be stored with it, I imagine. And
So-
Sanek's tools would be with it as well as the rest of our crew members.
Perfect.
If we can sneak back,
We get that
some of your
stuff
gear,
while they
get back
rest.
here. Yeah. Then
We steal a boat in the morning.
steal it. Well, maybe a little bit longer than the morning.
Oh,
Steal the boat at night.
When do
Night.
afternoon.
we told
Yeah,
like
that's true. We don't want to stay up late.
we told the captain, right, that we are going here, right? Didn't we say?
Yeah.
You told Aldous that you were coming here, yeah?
He said not to do anything though.
Yeah. We kind of done something.
We did done
But
something.
we haven't done too much yet.
Can we like do a sending to him? Like, can you speak to him telepathically? And like just say, yeah.
Maybe ask how long reinforcements are, like QRF.
Yeah.
ETA, please.
Yeah, let me see. I can do a sending spell.
Okay. Send a message to Aldous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aldous.
Great use of those.
Get his attention. We have Gith prisoners. Carolyn has Astral Spelljammer.
It's one word. It's one word.
Can you send reinforcements? If so, how long?
8 more words.
Might steal the ship.
4 more.
Maybe. It's like 3 a.m. where he's at.
Different time zone.
Nah,
Hopefully that spell was worth it.
No context. Ship. What?
no, it's astral.
I said Astral Spelljammer.
Oh.
You kind of hear a groggy voice come back into your mind, and it says, "From the fortress to your location, 2 days or 3. What are Gith? And what is a spelljammer?"
A spelljammer. Single word with hyphen on it.
Yeah, I
It's
went
just one
backwards.
word.
It's one word.
You have 8 words left if you want to use it.
I'll send help. Be safe. Don't die. Love you.
Love.
Hey! Hello! Oh, we gotta get back, guys. I knew he. Yeah. So,
You share
Okay.
that information.
listen. First of all, he doesn't know what. Are you guys? I said Gith to him. Is that like what you guys are, or are you something else?
We are Gith Yankee.
Gith Yankee, man. That would cost
Yankees.
another word.
It's one word.
Oh. So, candles?
So if I send another spell, it kind of limits my power. I mean, my powers are pretty limited already. If we're gonna do anything tonight,
Mm-mm.
so should I just send another clarifying message to him?
Nah.
Because if we do it before the night and then we rest,
We won't have time to look for his stuff.
I don't know if we're gonna get the rest.
True.
Dylan.
he
Yeah,
said he was gonna send
4
help.
o'clock in the morning.
He said he was gonna send help anyway, so I'm sure he can figure out what Spelljammer and Gith are.
Rogue, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, Aldous requested help from the Directorate. They will arrive here on the morrow, but will need another day to teleport to where you are.
Hello.
Ooh.
Do not engage Carolyn. That spell ends, and another one comes through.
Oh,
Protect the people you have rescued, and obtain any information you can.
Is that the end?
Do you have anything else you need to report back to Admiral Aldous?
I think there's one more.
And that's
Love.
it. You.
It's-
These people are Gith Yankee. Aliens, basically.
Astral Sync.
Apparently, one of them is the Supreme Commander of a Spelljammer. Powerful astral boat. How many words do I have left? 5?
Love you very much.
We will try not to engage.
we will try not. Just a very sarcastic, like.
Should have went
we'll
with
try
a. Should have went with a will.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Just got another message from Aldous. He's gonna send help. They gotta teleport to. Well, they gotta get to their place and then teleport to us. So basically 2 days. No. Yeah, 2 days. 2 days before they get to us.
You'd have to wait one additional day, because they're going to teleport here today. The rest
Yeah.
will get to you the next.
The next, yeah.
the motto.
Can we even wait that long?
Well,
Or we make them wait that long?
I think here's the deal. I think us versus a lot of people is going to be hard.
Not with the circlet.
We don't have the circlet.
That's why we gotta go find it.
So, but it's not a good time to go look for it right now because there's like
Smug.
a billion people.
I want you to make an intelligence check for me.
Alright. Let's do this. Just straight intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a place to lay down.
Yeah, he's over this.
You know, we can't wait for the boat to come. Then there'd be more people here.
That's a
think it's-
4. It's a is a 4 on my intelligence.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. So if we wait for the boat to come, you
It
know,
would steal our glory.
well, I'm talking about like the leader.
Oh. Yeah, Carolyn's coming tomorrow morning.
Yeah, there'll be even more people here, and they're already on high alert.
Guys, also, just don't forget elderberry, okay?
True. Do we
Okay,
kind of?
So this is what we have to do first.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
find a safer place to hide and protect our new friends.
Okay.
That's number 1. Number
Okay.
2 is maybe we go back and get stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to take care of number 1 right now?
I don't really know how besides putting my bedroll down.
I think we had to go search out a spot in the woods that's a little bit better than where we're at right now.
Okay.
Rock. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
What the? No. No.
Wait, he gets the +5 from my thing, aura.
Okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
What get?
We talk too long. This always happens when we talk.
Yeah,
True.
You said +5.
+5. You get my charisma bonus to your saving throw.
20.
Okay, I have to read the spell real quick.
Oh no. Who knew?
Poet.
What'd you say?
Okay. Continue.
Okay. I yell out poet to get Roke's attention.
Yes. Sorry. I tell the new guys I'm sort of a poet, by the way. But
you once told me an object in motion remains in motion. It's all about momentum.
Hey, my sparrow's still up in the air. It's looking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You should definitely go look for
Raven.
a better place than here.
okay.
No, I meant for the sparrow.
Oh.
But I guess
The
what would-
shock and awe part of our attack is kind of over because everybody's awake. So the best thing we can do is let it die down and not get caught in the first 10 minutes of our escape.
Yeah, but
So
they're
that's
gonna
why I
be
think we
looking
should
for
go.
us, right?
Yeah, but they probably won't want to look in the jungle.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we go a little bit deeper in,
Wait,
find a good spot.
you don't think they'll look in the jungle?
I don't think they're gonna want to. They had to like hire people to get all the way through here.
Yeah, but
They
these
don't wanna do
people
that.
are like the people they need.
Yeah, well, we have to hide somewhere. Why not in a place that maybe will kill everybody?
How
At
about
least we have the enemy of
Place
my
that
enemy is
kill
my
everybody.
friend.
But the closer you are to danger,
Yeah, the farther you are from home, so we go to the dangerous part of the jungle.
Ooh.
okay.
Well, okay, where else are we gonna put them? Let's just do that.
Hey, Rock.
Mm-hmm.
As your companions are talking about where best to go and what moves to make next. You hear a voice in your head. And it goes, Rook, you fuckers couldn't have waited one day, could you? You were so close to finding out what was going on and being asked to be a part of it. And now I've got to trek through this fucking jungle and bring those fuckers back. You hear the voice stops for a minute and it comes back. And when we get you, and the captain shows up tomorrow,
And stop.
you're gonna wish.
Stop. Use my ring, my little ring, and just cut it out completely.
Nice.
You didn't want to hear the rest of it. Sorry, I wanted to, but it's fine. It's fine. Cool.
We didn't hear this. We didn't hear this. By the way.
I know. I'm just a consumer right now.
So, question, Jordan.
Mhm.
When I immediately stop it, does he know? Would he get a hint of, or would you just be talking?
So he finished the first one and was about you gather he was in the process of sending another message to you. So the second one never got through.
And so he knows that, right? I know that he knows that, right?
What is the effect of the ring say?
Oh, I have to look up again.
Dang, I want a
Is it
ring.
the ring of mind shielding? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Doesn't it just passively prevent that from happening?
I thought
Yeah.
I could say,
I thought it was just
Read it to me.
reading.
while wearing this ring, you're immune to magic that allows determine whether your creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
Only if you allow it. Okay, so you heard the first one and you cut it off before the second one happened.
Yeah. So
Okay.
does he know that?
You gather that he probably feels the spell not go through.
Okay, so I'm lying on the ground, and then I just put up a smirk.
All that.
Okay.
All that. Just. Thank you. Okay.
And I say, while my eyes are closed, hey boys. Oh, they know, all right. And they're coming into the jungle.
Okay.
All right. We're scrambling.
Who is there? Who is there? As we let's go find somewhere.
What was his name again?
It was Bellion,
Billy. I said
the
Billy.
dwarf.
Oh, the guy that we were with.
Mhm.
My good pal Billion.
I still can't tell if this guy, Pellion's
He's the guy that was helping in the tavern that set us up.
Yeah, Bellix.
Billion was the guy I was.
Urix was
Urix is-
working in that room with Urix, and they gave you the initial job, and he's the one
Yeah.
that escorted you across.
You remember me and Billion had a campfire
And, yeah,
chat?
he had that conversation before he wiped his mind about what happened.
Only the memory of Corlin's being the daughter, and she knows the way to the astral sea.
No, you remember her being the daughter. The thing you don't remember was the stuff about the astral sea and the ship.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yeah.
what they wiped from you.
Yeah, the astral sea. Okay.
But you know it now, so
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Are they? Yeah, I don't know if I know anything about spells like locate person or anything like that. Well, they
I say
know.
they know.
Does my raven see any people coming near us or approaching to our direction?
Is it directly at
how
us?
much
basically?
further have you guys moved into the jungle?
I would like to push a ways, like a quarter mile.
Maybe walking and talking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I assumed you guys have been walking and talking this time until he said that he was going to lay down, so I assumed you guys stopped with him. So we'll say you gone probably 20 minutes of walking
Mm-hmm.
into the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
we'll say that you guys have been going relatively quickly because you've been trying to like run away. We'll say the conversations happen like in breaks of you guys like trying to get away. So you have a significant distance between you and the like shipyard. You say you send your Raven up?
I mean, he's been flying above us.
He's been up the whole time?
Yeah.
Without even having to make a perception check, you see about a dozen different like groups with like bearing torches heading in different parts of the jungle, and you see 2 heading roughly in your direction. Not like beeline for you, but in like if you're looking at like the forest in like a cone, they're heading. The 2 are within that cone of where you guys are at currently. So you have no idea if they know exactly where you are, or if it's just part of how they've fanned out to go look. But there's people coming in your general direction.
Are you telling us this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm relating that.
I'm gonna. So Smug, this might be a waste, but in an effort to draw them away, he's gonna cast plant growth. But with the radius as far away as possible, like kind of like want them to think that we're like
This is too thick.
How far? So sorry, clarify for me what you're doing. Are you trying to make something away from where you guys are currently are to pull their attention, or to create something that would prevent them from getting towards you guys easily?
I'm trying to make it seem like we went a different direction, but we cast plant growth behind us. If that makes sense. So I have a range of 150 feet for the spell, and it has
they would be searching somewhere else, basically.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do 150 feet away.
So I'm just reading.
We could.
This is crazy, by the way. Plant growth is honestly one of my favorite spells.
I thought you were gonna cast it behind us really thick where it's impassable. So make it think like we didn't go through this area.
What if we capture them?
Because if it makes them impassable, we would.
It doesn't make it impassable. It just makes it hard.
Well, just make it like thick, and so for us to travel through, we would leave. You know.
I would like to say that Smug is communicating this, so maybe he does that.
So there's 2 versions of it. You can do the action one, and all plants in a 100-foot radius centered on a point that you choose become thick and overgrown, and creatures moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 feet they move. The second one, if you cast it for over 8 hours, all plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become rich for a year, and do like the increased yield or whatever. So you can create now a 100-foot radius from you, so 200 feet total of thick, overgrown vegetation, either around you guys or somewhere else that you can see. Or if you spend the 8 hours, you can do that exact same thing, but with a larger radius.
Oh.
So I don't know if I'm trying to clarify which one are you choosing?
I was thinking just the action.
Just the first one? So you want to make it the area around you harder to get through?
Yes.
Okay.
Or just to like, I'm trying to draw them off our tail.
But I guess explain to me how the spell is like meant to draw them off.
Or like either the way Kevin said that either it makes it look like, oh, this is far too difficult for us to go through.
Okay.
So they wouldn't search in our direction, or 2. And this is him bringing up to the group, or 2, make it look like it was a spell cast that we were going in a different direction, and we did that behind us. So
Okay,
Like
so you're
you
saying
were-
you would have cast it at like a different point when you guys are walking, and then go somewhere else to make it look like you're going in one direction.
yeah,
Okay, okay, I understand.
like make a line with it, basically. Like you're traveling in a line.
well, no, it's just a radius. It's
Yeah,
just
200
okay.
feet of the jungle is gonna get this spell. This is gonna happen.
That's why I was saying, like, make it look like it's really thick behind us. And
Okay.
if they approach it, it's like, oh, if we're having this much trouble, they probably went around or went somewhere else. That's kind of my thinking of plant growth.
Okay. So then Smug will do that.
Okay.
He'll do
But that's
that.
up to you, I guess.
Okay. You guys see as Smug kind of like kneels down and begins to chant under his breath, the plants around him come. Everything looks a little greener, the flowers a little brighter, and bushes double in size, and vines hanging from trees become thick and almost like curtains, whereas before they were like singular strands. And the area around you, for as far as you can see, looks to be untouched jungle. Did you want to cast it around where you are or further back from you, so that way you guys aren't caught in the difficult terrain part of it?
Hoping that we wouldn't be caught in the difficult
Okay.
terrain.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's make it look like you.
I don't think you have that control.
Yeah, it's a 200-foot circle
Oh, okay.
that becomes hugely overgrown.
Why wouldn't you just hide in the circle?
Don't.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Pretty obvious.
Well, we're getting further.
Yeah. So as we're going, can we make a perception check for a good place to hide?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can all. You can make a perception check with disadvantage or a survival check,
I'm casting guidance.
or you can help someone do it and they would have advantage on it.
I will help Rock do it.
And I'm casting guidance on myself on top of that.
Okay.
Perception with disadvantage
Yeah,
or a straight survival?
survival. Mhm.
I think I'm gonna do. Having a raven above me? Does that
15.
cancel that?
Nope.
I'm already giving you advantage.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so it just cancels.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
cancel out the disadvantage to do the perception.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do percent.
What do you say, John?
I got a 15 survival.
So that
Okay.
is. And what is guidance? D4.
A T4.
$16 plus 6, so 22.
Okay. You guys trek on for another. How long do you guys want to go?
We've already gone
I don't know.
20
We already
minutes,
went
right?
20 minutes. Yeah, probably another 20 minutes, maybe. That would be
Okay.
good.
Either
You guys push further into the jungle, and you've put significant distance between you and the compound now, and that added difficult terrain makes you guys feel a little safer. You feel like any immediate pursuit or even any like immediate knowledge of your location is going to make it challenging for people to get to you. You find a series of 3 trees that have kind of grown and almost like a knot around each other, and far way up there it looks like there's a place where you guys could climb up and be safe, sleeping up in the tree. The base of where they start to like knot and twist around starts at like maybe 10 feet, and it looks like where they kind of branch open up to be like a little cradle. That's like another like 30 feet up,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
looks big enough to fit all of you if you slept kind of snug.
So I go climb up there and check it out. And unfortunately, do we bring our bedding? It's gonna be a rough one tonight.
I honestly forgot what we left at the building and what we brought.
I assume that you didn't bring like your travel packs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume you brought like what you needed to be like stealthy and to hold yourself in a fight if you got in one.
Okay.
If you wanted to have brought it, you could have.
No, I think it's fair.
I don't think I was planning on being away.
Okay.
So climb up there.
Okay. One by one, you guys make your way up, and you see Dosik is kind of having to like help Sanig get up, and they kind of nestle into one of the curves of one of the trunks, and you hear Sanig kind of like it sounds like a prayer. It's in a language you don't understand, but he seems to be reciting something to himself pretty like regularly, and it seems to bring him more comfort, and he seems a lot more at ease than when you guys initially found him.
Well, this one was planned. I guess we probably could have broken him out tomorrow night. But
as you guys all bed down for the night,
The day.
it's still dark.
That's fair.
Or you're gonna have a you just worked a graveyard shift and you're getting home and you're going to bed. Much like my life. You all feel like this test has become a lot more than what you initially bargained for, and Rock, you feel that if you survive whatever is to come, they sure as shit better finish the rest of your sentence off, because this has been one of the most complicated missions that you've been a guide for. And something that I want each of you guys to think about for your characters, those that are trying to gain a spot in the directorate, is if this is the type of stuff that you're going to have to regularly be asked to do once a member, is it something that you still want?
Interesting. Not fun with these guys.
And with that, we'll end our session here.
Sweet.
something that I always think about with D&D is like you could have like a Navy SEAL in D&D and you just tell it to do stuff. Like you have perfect free will.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have the perfect ability to just do whatever you want. Like, oh yeah, I can hold my breath for 5 minutes. I'll just hold my breath for 5 minutes. Like, even though that would be extremely painful, or like
you don't like you don't panic. Like you don't panic.
You know, you could like, oh yeah, we're sleeping in a tree. Like I don't know, you go sleep in a campground with a nice foam pad and you're like, dude, I can't do this. But like, yep, my character gets 8 hours of sleep, you know, he's ready to roll the next day. Like, it's just interesting.
Yeah, but your character doesn't have trance, so
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Some of us didn't pick OP elves, so anyways, I just think that's interesting thinking about that question.
That is funny.
It is interesting to see, like, and like, if we played this game with carrying capacity.
Oh, it's so hard.
everything way harder. And
So,
gold, your money would cost weight.
Did you expect us to fight in the warehouse?
I didn't think you guys were gonna free them how you did. I literally have on my little thing over here bullet points. If group attacks, play it out. And then there's if group goes back to their room, whatever would have happened. And then if group gets caught rescuing, X was gonna happen. And none of those things happened. I don't know what it is. I can't roll for any of the like little pleb guards to see any of the things you guys are doing.
Well,
funny.
I was like the situation was like the best it could be for getting out as a bird.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe how many uses of polymorph
I've
it
used
took to
all
get them
my.
out.
Yeah, that's why I was like doing math. I was like counting all my spells. I was like, okay, if I polymorph them and then unpolymorph them and then polymorph them.
I just
like,
imagine
shit,
you
I have-
holding onto a rafter.
I have one spell left.
Isn't polymorph a 4th level?
It's yeah.
Could
So-
you cast it at a 5th level to get 2 people?
Yeah.
No, you can't add people.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
do.
you can.
Can?
You cast a higher level, right?
I'm pretty sure.
It says
I don't know.
transforms creature, unwilling creature, makes wisdom save spell has no effect.
Oh,
Transformation.
it doesn't say. It doesn't give you the option of casting a higher level.
The game, yeah.
I think isn't it like true polymorph? I don't know, I can't remember.
Anyways, I was spending a lot of time like reading that because then I would have just cast it at like 6th level and polymorph all of us. And just been like full send.
Bullshit. Just a bunch of birds fly out.
Just go for the hole.
I think it.
So
Unless critical role, because I feel like I remember critical role that they polymorph multiple people. Unless
Yeah.
they just let it happen
They
and they
did.
didn't read the spell.
They did singing multiple people, or maybe was there a sorcerer? Because a sorcerer.
No, because Jester had polymorph and she